Oh wow. Guess that's one way to get an oil change, huh?
See something? Something's not like the rest of them?
Which one?
That one right there.
Yeah, look at that.
Bent. That bent somehow.
Bam!
It's just that little
Right
mark
there.
right where it hit.
Bummer. So when Papa Chad gets back, we'll have him diagnose and we'll figure out what we need to do to fix it.
Got back from other things I had to take care of while the boys were working in the shop. Dusty got this head off, so just checking it out. I got the valve out of it. That valve is way bent, but there's no sign of any damage on the valve guide. No sign that it's seized on the guide at all. Everything else looks good on this other one. The only thing I can imagine that's happening is a valve float issue. So we're gonna put some different valve springs in it, change this one valve. We'll do that, get it reassembled. Should be good to go. So we got to figure out where we want to set these new springs at. Make sure we have enough spring pressure on there. So
Yeah, new springs.
So we don't end up in this same boat again, because we don't want that again.
No, we don't.
So we want them to look like that. Okay, so let's see. If we need to figure out, we need probably 340 pounds of spring pressure with the valve open. We know what the spring pressure will be sitting, and we know what our spring rate is. It's 354 pounds per inch.
Okay.
So we're not going to move it. We're going to move it 0.54 of an inch times 354, and that equals 191 pounds. And then we add that to our base spring pressure, which is 153. So 344. So that puts us right where we need to be. So yeah, so that's going to be our height that we're going to set these springs up is 1.9 inches. So this will give us another probably 40 pounds of spring pressure over what we had with the beehives.
Calculator to the rescue.
We'll try this again. I took some emery cloth and put a crosshatch, I don't know if you can see it, but in the exhaust valves. Get a little extra oil on them.
Pop this one back apart. We forgot to pull the little garter spring off of the seal itself. On big blocks, I like to leave the spring out of the seal just so it will oil that exhaust guide a little bit. Big blocks, when you get them hot, they really like to stick the exhaust valves. I've had some bad experiences with that. That's what we're gonna do. Make sure those exhaust guides get plenty of oil on them. But it's moving right along. We've got half the valves done on this side. Everything's looking good. Okay, back here I've got this little project. It's this chunk of aluminum to make an adapter here for this pulley. Make this small block pulley work on a big block. So the spacer's got to be about 3/8 of an inch thick. The through hole needs to be that diameter of that pilot, and then we'll have to make a step on the back side to fit in the bigger hole of a 454 balancer. So there's a big block. You can see how much bigger that pilot is, and then the offset is different between the two as well, so about that much. So that's how thick my spacer needs to be, and they both share the same bolt pattern, so that'll work just fine. So I'll get this thing fired up, do a little cutting, and see what I can make. Okay, got this all machined on the inside diameter to take this pulley. Got a little bit of a radius there on the end. Really fits on there really good. Now I just need to figure out the exact diameter of this outer step and get that machined to fit into the balancer of the big block. And I'll get this all cut. It is a little on the big side, so now alright, I got this side all machined. That's exactly the right diameter now. Put a little bit of a radius on that, and I just need to cut it to length now. Got this all finished up. I thought that I'd recorded it previously when I was machining this other side, but apparently the GoPro did what GoPros like to do, and that's eat video. So anyway, it turned out pretty good. Fits there pretty good, and it's ready to go be bolted onto Paul's tow truck. So hopefully this will take care of his issues and we can get it that much closer to being ready to run. Alright, we ran into a minor roadblock here. Can't get any tools back on this one exhaust valve. This won't fit inside. It hits the firewall. And then all the other styles fit it as well. So what I'm going to build is a little plate that goes across here, sits against the head, tighten up the nut, and it'll push that down. It'll be kind of crude, so we only have to use it on one. But this, I've got it all laid out to do it, so I'll have a 3/4 inch hole here, so it'll have like a C, and then a hole here that'll slightly slot, and then this side right here will sit against the cylinder head. So. Okay, got that plate built. Like I said, it's kind of crude, but I think it'll work. So we just got it set in there, getting ready to try it out. So we'll see if we can do this without launching the locks across the shop. So. I should probably put air back in there.
Oh yeah.
I'll grab a screwdriver and go between the tool and the retainer and pry the retainer.
There she goes.
Perfect. Okay. Yep, just like that. Blue paper towel and some electrical tape.
Yeah.
Who the heck set this motor back in there so far?
I don't know.
Anyway?
Whose idea was that?
I don't know.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
I don't know. If you find out, it's okay if you drag him out back and shoot him. The guy'd probably appreciate it. So. It was me, in case you're wondering. So. Usually I'll put the first one in and roll it around to the tight spot. So.
It should. That wasn't too bad. Made out of one of a kind.
Yeah.
Big block Chevy.
Yeah. Crusty tool.
Crusty tool. I'll put that back there for a minute.
Yeah. Woo. All right, guess we better label that. Crusty was here. Okay.
Put that other head on.
Well, I may have to go rearrange my sock drawer while you put that head in there.
Yeah? You gonna do your hair, do you?
Yeah. All 3 follicles.
Well, Caden's young. He could probably deal with the, you know.
Other than the head weighs as much as he does, so.
Go up at the back right there.
Oh, not too bad.
No. I can't even imagine doing that with one person, no.
All right, Dusty's been hard at it on this motor. He's got the head bolts all torqued, the rockers on, the valves adjusted. And I walked over to look at it after he got the valves adjusted, and I noticed
That can't be right.
that the set screw and the adjuster's way farther down on the exhaust side than the intake side. So when we set this motor up originally, we messed up on the exhaust side push rod length. They're too long and the rocker arm isn't centered over the valve. You can actually even see it right there. The axle for the roller is outside of the tip of the valve. So we just remeasured it, and the exhaust push rods are 150 thousandths too long, which is about how much thread is different on that right there compared to the intake side. What I think happened is when we went through and the motor was on the stand, the lifter wasn't fully pumped up when we did that. So that's about how far the lifter will collapse. So, oops, get another set of push rods coming, and then we can get this buttoned up and everything will be at 100%. So easy enough fix, and now's the time to take care of it. And the old Crusty will be rumbling to life again. For today, that's it.
1 week later.
Alright, so I'm working on Crusty, getting this all put back together. We got the right push rods for the exhaust. Well, it's actually these ones. But got them all adjusted. Put the intake on, and then somehow my coil, this slid underneath and cut my silicone that went between the block and the intake. So had to pull the intake back off, re-silicone it, put it back together. We do it nice because we do it twice or thrice, however many times it takes.
We're gonna pick up Paul's saying here, obviously.
Oh yeah. I just got it back to the point I was the last video. So got the intake back on it, and it's good this time. I didn't cut the silicone, so no, we're good to go. Now I just got to get all the wires routed everywhere, and then just everything else.
And then she'll be happy again.
Yeah, hopefully we hear her start and run again today.
Woo!
That'd be awesome.
Dusty got Crusty pretty well put back together. It's ready to start up, we think. So everything looks good. It's all buttoned up, all nice and tidy. Everything looks good. Maybe we'll get a good power steering pump this time. Not holding my breath. This will be like the 5th or 6th one. Well, let's see if we got the distributor in the right spot.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, that's cool. Here, let me give it a little bit of timing. Okay. Oh. That's not good.
Why would we not have oil pressure?
Well, whatever it is, it's dumping all over the ground.
Yep, it is.
Wow. Oh, wow. Guess that's one way to get an oil change, huh?
I don't see where it's
coming from. Well, that's crazy. I have no idea where that oil's all coming from. The only thing that...
Oh,
hey, yeah.
fudge.
Oh, fudge.
Only I didn't say fudge.
What?
At least we got it on video.
Hey, all else fails, put an oil filter on it, huh?
Hey, so if you don't have any oil pressure and you don't know why, check to see if you got an oil filter on the thing. It'll probably help. Good. Wow. Only me. Only me.
Yeah, that's right. We had to pull the filter off to
Take the header out every time, and I should remember that.
All right.
Okay,
well,
well,
that's
Crisis averted, right?
yeah, the messy way to get an oil change, but why not?
That catastrophe. Just the oil filter. The simple things.
Yeah. Where'd I set the filter though? Huh.
That's good. Oh. Right blade side.
Checking for leaks, making sure. Turn on my air conditioner. Oh yeah. Oh hey, this one's really good.
The steering?
Sounds good. Doesn't squeak no more.
Yes.
Okay, got Crusty back together. Had a little bit of fun. I love Crusty. But that takes care of it for this week. Remember, be proud in the work you do and humble in your continued learning. Thanks for watching.